Another year, another Superman.
There is a lot of different versions of Superman, but one thing they all share in common is that they're buff.
And David Corenswet is no different. He's put on an unbelievable amount of weight to get ready for this role. I almost feel like that's the standard now.
Yeah.
You get the superhero role and they're like, here's your package. We're not going to say what's in the package, but it's your muscle growth package. And one of those things.
And it ain't a suit. It ain't a muscle suit.
Yeah, you got to work out.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Shazam guy, then it's a suit.
Well, that's true. Then
yeah.
it is.
And then you only get 2 movies because let's just not talk about Shazam 2, okay? So you let us know, has there been more Supermans or has there been more Batmans?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We're not deep thinkers, so we're just going to get into this workout.
Yes.
It's a PPL. It's going to be badass. We're going to be hitting chest. We're going to be getting that Superman physique. Yeah. Where's our superhero package?
Yeah.
No? No? Okay, we'll just get the workout in.
Fly away.
This is a meat and potatoes push-pull leg workout, which is very cool because that's what we're all about. But I will say it's going to be hard to top Henry Cavill's. We tried his years ago. It had a solid mix of classic bodybuilding exercises such as the incline dumbbell bench press Brandon's performing now, which is 4 sets of 10 reps. Henry's also contained a lot of Olympic lifts, which was kind of an exciting, refreshing exercise workout, something new, but this one is very much just like
straight
basic.
up.
Yeah.
Yep, it is meat and potatoes for sure, but that's really what you need. I mean, if you're really just trying to build and focus on your looks alone, you don't really have to do something like Olympic style lifts for that power. It's all how you look in the suit.
That's what I was going to say. A lot of people throw out that hot word functional now.
Yeah.
And as Brandon was saying, you don't really need to be functional when you're on screen. You just need to look damn good.
These guys don't actually fly. So
what?
I know, man. It's crazy.
Right now.
It's just special effects.
Okay.
But the one thing is like, how do they look when they land and stand there?
Because really, how functional is a cape?
Not at all.
We've both worn capes. Don't ask us why, but when we're wearing them, we're like, these. You can't do anything in this stuff.
But they look damn cool.
They do.
Nice.
And I did appreciate the fact that Superman has his kryptonite and David also has his kryptonite. And that being, I think, one that we can all agree with is walking lunges. Even though it is programmed into his workout schedule, it's not really one he looks forward to. None of us do, David. So you're not alone there. We are performing the push day of David's PPL workout. He has 3 separate days that he does. So again, easy, but it's just setting aside the time to do it.
Yeah, my question is, does Superman have to work out in any capacity? Does he have to train? You know, that's something I've never heard of or seen.
And I don't want to sound too burnt out, but that's why I like Batman the most. He has to work for it. All these other guys, Thor, Superman, they're just
born into it and they don't even have to try.
They're like the equivalent of rich kids, you know? Yeah. You're thinking, you didn't have to work for nothing, man. Batman's a billionaire.
Wow. That's true. Yeah, where's the normal guys? Like, where's
the scrub not rich that grew up hanging sheetrock?
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly.
Sheetrock man. He has superhuman shoulders.
He's homeless.
And addicted to meth. That's his superpower.
His superpower is taking meth and going into a frenzy.
And just to clarify, we're not making fun of drywallers because we grew up as drywallers.
Yeah, we were drywallers.
So we know that life.
We didn't do meth then.
But we probably would have if we would have stayed drywallers.
That's probably true.
Ooh.
Nice.
I don't even know what rep I'm on.
Just do it till it hurts.
It does hurt.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man. I'm liking this workout so far. When you're laughing the whole time, it's a good workout.
You know it's good. Oh shoot, was that 3 sets? I don't even know.
It's
3. Okay,
it's our last set.
Okay. He does pretty high volume too. All these are 4 sets, 10 reps. Pretty good amount of different exercises too. This is just I would say just a bit of the warm up in a way, because every other exercise in this is a superset, which naturally, since it's the Superman workout. Go. And we are keeping track of every set, every rep, and every exercise in the Buff app. Makes it a lot easier, so we know what we're doing. So we got the whole workout in here, and as you can see, we got the supersets, the exercises, marking off as we go. Makes life a hell of a lot easier and fun too. I mean, really, when you're in the gym and you have something to look at, to check off, keeps you on track. And if you're curious about this workout in particular, or the app, you can find it on the Google Play or the Apple App Store. Download it and you can follow me and my brother Hudson. You can check out the workout that we're doing today. You can perform it as well, or any other workout we do. And we also have a bunch of programs on there too, which is pretty sweet.
Including a PPM.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And a drywall program.
Yeah, coming soon.
Use it at your own risk.
I am setting up the next exercise. This is gonna be a superset. We're gonna do the bench press, the flat bench press, and then we're gonna be going right on to the cable flies. So really hitting that chest hard on this one for sure. So we'll go from the compound movement, the bench press, right onto the isolation, which is the flies. So we're keeping it a little bit lighter, since 1, it's a superset, and 2, it's just 2 chest exercises back to back. So we're gonna start here with 135, see how this feels, and go for it. So it's interesting, you know, Hudson entered and competed in a bodybuilding competition just recently, on stage, being judged, how he looked, the muscle definition, symmetry. You know, it's interesting when you look at these movie stars today that step into role, Superman, Thor, Batman. It's kind of the same thing. This mass, this public is all looking at them and judging them how they look. Are they gonna fit into this costume? And how are they going to look? And it's become this thing now of like everyone saying, I put on 40 pounds of muscle, 50 pounds of muscle. And you know, with all the videos that come out of them training and showing their physique, it's really interesting, and that's a lot of pressure. You look at this new Superman dude, David. I mean, I could not imagine how much pressure that would be. Saying, God, I'm stepping into this role. I gotta look a certain way. And you know, there's a lot of negativity that comes with that. Unfortunately, a lot of people start judging you. Oh, he doesn't look like Superman. But you gotta give him props. I mean, I think he looks great, and that is a hell of a lot of work and dedication. And you know, once you start to do it yourself, that's when you really truly find out, oh, and you start to respect guys like that put themselves into that situation, which, huge respect to Hudson. He did the same thing, stepping on stage and looked freaking awesome.
Thank you.
Yep. So we are on to the next superset, which is the seated dumbbell shoulder press, right onto lateral raises.
Oh yeah.
Do you happen to see what David ate? Like, is his nutrition?
I do. I do have
That
it.
would be interesting.
I have it
For
right
a guy
here.
that tall and to try to put on that much weight,
So
I'd be interested to know how much he was eating.
David was having, and I don't know these numbers, for me personally, I could never do this, up to 6,000 calories a day, which is really great. His trainer broke down the macronutrient split, which you don't see very often. 50% of that was coming from carbs, which makes sense. 30% from protein, 20% from fat. He's having 7 meals a day, and the staples of his diet were the whole eggs, Greek yogurt, whole milk, salmon, chicken, beef, rice, oats, potatoes, lots of veggies. His indulgences, which they said David couldn't get away from, even though his personal trainer was like, God damn it, was cereal and French toast. So Superman has more than one kryptonite.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yep.
And
Hey,
for
you know what? I don't blame him. I think that's a pretty good weakness.
Yeah, and his recovery priorities were deep sleep, active recovery days, and walking and stretching daily. So he had all his priorities in the right place. Great personal trainer advice, but it's following that advice.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's keeping that up, not slacking, because you know, obviously he's with his personal trainer an hour a day, 2 hours a day, whatever it is, in the gym, maybe for any other kind of training. But hey, you know what? When he's home alone, when he's getting his meals in at night, wanting to binge on something, that's all up here. And that takes a lot of fortitude to keep that up for a long time. So kudos to him for sure. But yeah, that's interesting. 6,000 calories a day.
And I feel that it always grows. That's what cracks me up. I think it was like Jonathan Majors in Magazine Dreams 5,000, David 6,000. I think like Hugh Jackman's like 8,000. And I mean, I don't know. You know, I think you all watching probably know as much as we do. There's that one little thing they don't ever really talk about, because for me personally, I'm bulking at like 3,500 calories a day.
Yeah.
So I mean, 6,000. Yeah, I couldn't do it personally. I'm not paid millions of dollars to be Superman, but
That's true.
yeah, I'd be like super pudgy man. If
Yeah,
I was
no, Superman, but in a different, super size man.
super sized man. Yeah, that's what I would be if I was having 6,000 calories a day.
Me too. So we are on to the last 2 exercises. It's going to be another supersetting tricep cable extensions right into the bicep curls, the dumbbells. I'm just putting the weight and reps in here, and we're gonna be starting right off. This is the last 2 exercises. So this went quick, and that's what's good about supersets. You just bust through a workout and get it done, but get a damn good pump at the same time, which is always nice. I'm kind of shocked he has bicep curls on push day.
Yeah.
Typically this would be a pull with like back, but you know,
He's Superman. He's not Brainiac or Lex Luthor.
yeah, true. Maybe he's hitting biceps extra because he had to work on him. So maybe he's doing it on pull and push day.
It just goes to prove even superheroes want that nice bicep bump.
Damn right.
Yeah. And I would say my review, how could I knock a workout like this? Push-pull legs, again, classic, old school, effective. Most importantly, I think the only critique I probably have, and this is definitely not a knock on David or his trainer, it's just that we've become too accustomed to actors preparing for roles getting this big. We've seen a lot of cynicism. We've been doing this for like 5 or 6 years, these we try superhero workouts. And in the beginning, there was this excitement. Oh my gosh, what did Chris Evans do to become Captain America? Chris Hemsworth for Thor. The whole vibe has changed now. Now, when you try a workout, in the comments, it's like, well, it was the steroids, and 9 times out of 10, they're probably right. And that's just the sad reality. It's a factory. It's a superhero factory. They get these guys, they truly do give them the superhero package. Here's what you're gonna be taking, here's what you're gonna be doing. And you can't fool an audience, ourselves included. You get used to these things. At first, it's new, it's exciting. You keep seeing it for years and years, you're like, okay, I get it. I know exactly what's happening here. So although I love the workout, and again, not accusing David of anything, but I do think there is a little bit of a callous cynicism now when it comes to new superheroes, new superhero physiques. Everyone's kind of in on a lot of the secret. And I would say that's the one part that's a little sad in a way, because working out is amazing, eating right is amazing, but they've just made our expectations so high. Gaining 50 pounds of muscle in 6 months. I mean, you're like, come on, really? So I love the foundation. I'm not really a big fan of all the noise that surrounds it. So that would be my long-winded review.
That is the end of the Superman workout, and I'm definitely feeling very super. And like we were saying in the beginning, there's nothing too crazy or different about this workout, so naturally we're gonna give it a good rating.
Hell yeah. Is this where I come in?
This is where you
Okay, good.
Tag team.
But on that positive note, I'm gonna give our disillusionment with superhero workouts a C-.
I think that superhero burnout is real. Not only the movies, but also them trying to kind of blow smoke up your ass about how these guys transform their bodies in only a matter of months before the movie. That's just wrong. Don't ever think of it like that. It's gonna take a long time to see any major differences in your physique, in your body, but what it does take is workouts like this, day in, day out, with the proper nutrition for years, and then you too could have a body like Superman.
And now you know.
And no one's half the battle.
Yeah!